Hello, everybody. My name is Katie Creed. I'm with CT and Associates through Cetera Investors. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Today's topic Tuesday, we're going to be on the election cycle still. So we're going to be discussing here in Arizona one of the propositions, Prop 207, where we can vote yes or no to. Now, here in Arizona, Prop 207 is in regards to legalizing the possession and use of marijuana for adults 21 and above. One of the main components of this is that there would be a 16% tax on marijuana sales. And what that money would go towards is things like community college districts, municipal police, sheriff, fire departments, fire districts, state and highway revenue fund, and also a new justice reinvestment fund. Now, another segment of this is that it would allow anybody convicted of certain marijuana-related crimes to petition for the expungement of their criminal record starting on July 12th of 2021, which is pretty cool. Also, it would adopt a social equity ownership program, so SEOP, which would issue licenses to entities whose owners are from communities disproportionately impacted by the enforcement of previous marijuana laws. Also, the Arizona Department of Health Services would be responsible for adopting the rules to regulate marijuana, including licenses of marijuana retail stores, cultivation facilities, production facilities, so on and so forth. Also, a few other segments when we're looking at this. So that 16% tax, that is the exact same tax that we put on cigarettes and alcohol. If we look at trying to compare with some of the other states that have completely legalized marijuana use, and we look at what kind of revenue it has brought to them, it could be in the couple $100 million worth when we proportionately look at other states in Arizona and what their situation would look like. Granted, it might take a little bit of time in order to get businesses up and running to the degree that they would in the future. So it might take a little bit of time, but those are what the numbers are looking like when we're just making things proportionate to Arizona. So that would be a really great increase in revenue. Also, what it would do is potentially save quite a significant amount in regards to the prohibition of weed. So in 2016, if we look at those numbers, it could save us roughly around $100 million. Then when we're also looking at what are some of the other legal standpoints of it, it would still have rules similar where there's no acceptance for driving under the influence. It would not be allowed in parks or sidewalks, anything outside of your private residence. It looks like a really big segment is harm reduction and what this could potentially do. When we look at trying to curb harm reduction as much as humanly possible, what the great sweet spot is strict let's see if we can talk today. Strict legal restrictions and regulations. So when we're trying to put together what would be the most good for a population, trying to make sure that we're always trying to do the most in harm reduction possible is key. What Abbey and I think, though, is the most significant portion of all of this is it is going to help communities and groups of people that have been targeted and disproportionately charged, and what their future could hold. We don't know exactly how it'll work with getting things expunged off your record, but what we do know for sure is that it would help individuals in the future who don't have anything thus far in making sure that they don't get a criminal record for something as minor as marijuana. When we're looking at the amount of money in fees that these communities are having to pay, when we look at the amount of time that it takes away from their lives, from their abilities to make money, when it comes to just having a criminal record for such a minor offense that could potentially be not even needed. This affects their potential jobs. This affects their housing. This could affect their insurance. This could affect so many different aspects of their life that it just doesn't need to be there. So we think that is one of the most important portions of this whole thing. And being really mindful of the people that are getting disproportionately charged do not look like Abbey and I. And as Arizonians, we need to be thinking about all of Arizona. So the individuals that are within our communities who need help. So when you're thinking about voting yes or no to Prop 207, the other factor that I do want to just put out there is that oftentimes we're looking for something that's going to exactly fit our needs. It's going to be perfect. Life isn't always perfect. Sometimes we have to make sure that we're making steps in the right direction rather than waiting for the perfect thing to happen eventually one day. So think about that when you're doing your voting. No, you can vote by mail, you can do drop off, you can vote day of, but make sure that you vote. It's really important, and you need to be thinking about not only yourself, but the others that are around you and within your community and within the state of Arizona. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed Topic Tuesday. Bye, guys.